This is microphone 1 from WI New Football Center, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Hello everyone, this is audio testing from Football West WI Center, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing microphone 2, testing microphone 2. Here is WI from Football Center, New Football Center, testing 1 2 3, microphone 2, testing 1 2 3.
Everybody, and welcome to the State Football Centre here, the brand new home of football here in WA, and the first game ever to be played at this venue. It's Perth Soccer Club versus Floreat Athena in the Under-18 State Cup final. Perth Soccer Club will get us underway playing in their traditional home kit, the light blue shirts with the white shorts, and Floreat are playing in the darker away kit. Absolute privilege to be bringing you this one here today. My name's Tommy Dolman. 4 games wall-to-wall on streamer.com.au and on the Football West Facebook page as well. We're off and we're underway with Perth looking to make a bright start, kicking to the left of your screen today, and it's Jamie McNellis trying to get through a little bit of a Floreat wall early on. The ball will run through from Hood Majid, who clear away for Floreat Athena. Perth will get the ball back under control through Massimo Payano. Then they'll look forward to Jonathan Riccipiero. Stonehouse wasn't quite able to find a teammate and keep it in play. And Perth will get a chance to try and stay on the front foot again early on. That was well done there in defence from Vora. And the last touch there was off Abdul Sacco. And now Floreat will get a chance to just relax on the ball for a little while. Referee for today's game is James Knowlson. He'll be assisted by Alex Wright and Darius Andres. And your fourth official is Alex Navatsas. Marley Reddy nearly had it picked off his toes by the Floreat Athena winger there. That was Joseph Miraldo. The last touch was off Miraldo though, and Perth will get it back. Here's Riccipiero again. He's been lively early on as the Azuri number 15. Leading the race back was Ada McKee. He'll guide it back to his goalkeeper, Hood Majid. And pitch looking absolutely fantastic, as you'd expect for a brand new facility. I'm told it's a hybrid pitch, so one which will be versatile at all times of year. challenge in midfield there from Nicholas Echeverria was penalised, and Floreat are keen to get things moving quickly. Maybe just try and find a little bit of a rhythm to their play. That pass missed the mark, though, from Vora. Now Jamie McNellis. Sacco. Pass across here for Marley Reddy, who with a long ball up the line goes looking for Oliver Carr, Perth Soccer Club's top scorer this season with 11 goals. Last touch was actually off the Azura youngster, and Floreat will get it back. So very early stages here, of course. Neither team really able to find their pattern in the game just yet. Massimo Paiano, the captain. Back on the ball now. Mucciaroni. Morado for Jack Sparks. Referee deemed that McNellis had clipped Morado, and then Floreat tried to take the free kick a little bit too quickly for the referee's liking. So in terms of the regular season, Perth finished 5th, 11 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses from their 22 matches. Floreat 3rd, 22 games, 13 wins, 1 draw and 8 losses. Perth missed out on a top 4 place. They finished 2 points behind Bayswater and 6 points behind opponents Floreat, who finished 3rd. Here come Athena now through McKee. Scored a double earlier in the season when these two teams met. Now the cross comes in, and we'll get the afternoon's first corner, won by Harry Stonehouse. Stonehouse looks as though he's going to stay over there on the far side. So Floreat will send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players forward, including the one on the edge of the box in Sparks. So Stonehouse is the taker. The goalkeeper came, got 2 fists to it. That was Sam Hocking. Stonehouse placed a Sparks on the edge of the area, trying to make a yard for himself. Morado, lovely interplay from Floreat. Sparks in the area! And Sparks scores the first goal at the brand new State Football Centre. It's Jack Sparks with the honour, and he puts Athena into a 1-0 lead in the early stages of this first State Cup final of the day. So a beautifully constructed goal for Floreat Athena. Lovely play down the right-hand side, which involved Morado. And Sparks was also heavily involved, and he ran through and finished with a plumb into the bottom corner. And that's certainly the confidence boost that Floreat would have wanted after back-to-back heavy losses in the final 2 matches of the league season, 5-2 and 6-1 those defeats. But they were previously on a winning streak of 3 matches prior to that, so certainly do know how to win matches. Kyson Barker was happy to let that one run behind the byline under the attentions of Abdul Sacco. Here's the goal scorer, Sparks. Pass up the line for Maraudo again. To his outside is Xavier Medika, who's driving into the penalty area. He'll take on the strike himself, but didn't quite get the heat behind it. Required to test Hocking. And after Perth made a bright and vibrant start, Floreat been able to just show some flashes of nice connection play down this right-hand side, and they've had a couple of really good openings. Perth will try to play out of the back. Murado was trying to put the pressure on Marley Reddy, who emerged with the ball. He'll try to play up the line for Carr, who looks to link up with Jamie McNellis. Coming in board, there's a player wide on the far side. That's Sacco. The ball hasn't reached him and didn't get to him in the end. Stepping in there was Echeverria. The layoff and the strike from distance from Ricky Pero was charged down. McNellis. Whistles just wide of the upright. Majid just took a little step to his right for the moment. Maybe just a little bit of initial concern, but ultimately nothing to be worried about. So a fast and furious start to this one at both ends. Perth Soccer Club 0, Floreat Athena 1. Early stages of this first of 4 State Cup finals of the day. It's the under-18s up first, and it's Perth Soccer Club and Floreat Athena. Jack Sparks' early goal, the difference so far. Here's Xavier Medika. He was looking for the forward runner there of Aidan McKee, but ball was able to run through for Perth nicely. McNellis. Little layoff here for Mucciarioni. Sacco. Applied the pressure, did really well. It came off the bar, and following in was Oliver Carr. And it's something out of nothing for the Azzurri to pull them level at 1 goal apiece. So Perth 1, Floreat 1. Both teams on the score sheet. Early doors here. Oliver Carr answering Jack Sparks' early opener. And really it was down to the pressure of Abdul Sacco, who didn't give up the ghost over on the far side. He kept up with the hustle, and he was able to block a clearance which inadvertently looped off the crossbar and into the grateful path of Oliver Carr, and based on his goal scoring record, he's certainly not going to miss those. McNellis' layoff for Echeverria. McNellis got round one, then a second, then took on the early strike, and Majid is happy to watch that one wide of the mark. Perth with wins over Fremantle City, Olympic Kingsway, Forestfield United and Sorrento to get to this stage of the competition. 5-4 win in particular over Forestfield in the quarter-final was potentially a real turning point for them getting there, given it was Finn Wensley's 93rd minute winner that got them there. Forward come Floreat again through McKee. Lay off there, missed Maraudo. And into touch it goes. So yeah, the 5-4 win over Forestfield in the quarterfinal, and then a 1-0 victory over Sorrento in the semi. An own goal got them through in that one. Floreat, meanwhile, a 3-0 win over Subiaco, followed by a 2-1 win at Curtin. 2 Aidan McKee goals then got them through the quarterfinal against Mom FC, and then they had a forfeit in their favour against Perth Red Star in the semi-final to get them through to today's finale. Recupero for McNellis. Carr was making the run ahead of him. Just ran past the path of the ball. Did the scorer of the equalising goal. McNellis. Recupero. Well done there by Maraudo to step in, but Florida able to win it back. Stonehouse with the turn around the corner. Reddy will cush it down. Vura's got a little bit of time, the skipper, to go back and mop that one up. Layoff from Sparks. Madika for Stonehouse. Pass to Aidan McKee. Making the forward run there was Maraudo. McKee comes inside. He maybe was caught in two minds as to which Floreat target to aim for. And Stonehouse is able to poke into touch. Sam Hocking. Hang line and went all the way back to Hocking. Clearance was picked off by Maraudo. Maraudo still continued his run forward. Getting the foot in there was Alex Stevenson, and it was Maraudo who clattered into him a little late. Crowd slowly starting to build here in Queen's Park. Sparks trying to worry Stevenson into an error again. He was able to get it to Ready. Ready's ball up the line for Oliver Carr. Tried to just nudge it past Carson Barker, but nothing doing there. Echeverria, Abdul Sacco, all the way back for Massimo Payano. Once again though, Floreat are able to step out, and it's Morado who's winning the ball back. He's been very good early on. Madika, little back heel for Stonehouse. McKee. Clip across was trying to find a late run from Morado, but two meetings between these two teams during the season. Perth won the first one in round 7 by 3-0. As Jonathan Riccapiro was just a shade offside. Oliver Carr scored 2 goals in that first fixture in round 7, and Jamie McNellis got the other. Floreat then got their revenge in round 18 with a 2-0 win, as Aidan McKee got 2 second-half goals at E&D Leaders Stadium. Of course, these two teams are very familiar with winning senior silverware. Also got a pretty good record at under-18s level as well in terms of winning state cups historically. Pass back was nearly a little short there and picked off by Carr, but Floreat were able to make it work. Now Sparks, a little pocket of space in the centre of midfield. He's got McKee to his left. You could see what he was trying to do. Ball might come back to the goal scorer Sparks. Madika. Morado's got plenty of room here on the right, and it's a great pass to pick him out. It's Morado, the pull back, and arriving and skying over the bar was Madika. And a gilt-edged chance for Floreat to retake the lead goes to waste. Xavier Madika, who scored 20 goals at under-18 level this season. You would have expected the back of the net to bulge there. 4 hat-tricks in the competition for him this season, in the league, that is. Payano goes all the way back to Hocking. It's quite a windy day here at the State Football Centre. You might be able to hear that in the microphones just off your streaming platform. Apologies if it is causing a little bit of interference. Sparks. McNellis did well to win the 50-50. Perth just trying to get into their stride here, but Floreat are pressing fairly high and making it very difficult for that second pass to go forward accurately to a teammate. And hence you're seeing quite a lot of this at the moment, just goalkeeper playing two centre-back. Now Payano tries to get involved in the play. He'll try the killer ball over the top for Sacco, and we know he's going to chase down lost causes because Perth's equalising goal was courtesy of that. Majid. Stonehouse. Left it for McKee. Stonehouse continued his run. The clearance was from Panyalainen. Stonehouse once more. Medika was the pass to his outside. Good defending initially there from Muchironi. Floreat have certainly looked the better team in possession so far in this first half, and they're pressing forward again, although just as I said that, the commentator's curse went on, and stepping in to nick the ball away was McNellis, and he'll try to send Perth forward onto the counter. It's still in McNellis's control. The poke wide was looking for Sacco. He had a teammate to his left, and maybe that was the better option. Medika starting to get a little bit more involved now is the Athena number 66. McKee into the area, off the post, and in! Floreat Athena retake the lead here at the State Football Centre. And I think it's Aidan McKee who's burst forward from the left-hand side and put Floreat into the lead. We'll just get confirmation on that one. So Perth 1, Floreat 2. Just waiting to hear confirmation on that goal scorer over on the far side. But having taken the lead very early on and having been pegged back by Perth, Floreat a 2-1 to the good. Of course, the senior team at Athena are in action a little later on. That's a 6:30 kickoff against Inglewood United. Echeverria. Oh, nearly a dangerous moment at the back there for Floreat once again. They're certainly taking some chances, but it's benefited them so far. Here's Sparks again. McKee into the area, the pull across. Sparks has continued his run, and now Sacco try and get things back under control for Perth again, but the clearance, is a little rash. confirmation that the scorer of Floreat's second goal was Gianluca Paiano. Just come through to me. So Paiano putting Floreat into a 2-1 lead after early goals from Jack Sparks and Oliver Carr. Floreat, 4-time winners of the Under-18s State Cup. The last time they got there was back in 2012. That was a 1-0 win against Floreat Athena. And 11 years on, they're looking to try and add another piece of Under-18s silverware in the cup. Perth, though, with 8 cups in their cabinet at under 18 level. That's 2 better than anybody else. Bayswater the next best on 6. Last time Perth won it was all the way back in 2017 when they defeated Armidale 4-1 on penalties after a 1-1 draw at full time. And they have been to this final in 3 of the past 4 seasons, though. And they have lost them all, each time to Bayswater's under-18s. First year in quite some time that Bayswater haven't been in the Cup decider at this level. Last year, of course, they won by 2-1 at Dorrien Gardens, courtesy of a goal from Oran Boric. Stonehouse will take the corner for Floreat. It's aimed in. Sparks was trying to get on the end of it. Sacco will clear. Ricky Piero was then surely fouled by Floreat Athena midfielder there, and unsurprisingly be a yellow card for ending that counter-attack. That's Akshay Nadkarni. Ricky Piero back to his feet now, scorer of 4 goals this season. It's a nice pass for McNellis. Did well to get past one. Cross. Straight into the Floreat Athena captain there. Sacco got to the byline, tried to poke a ball back towards Carr and won his team a corner. Pretty sure this is Perth's first corner of the afternoon. Played just over half an hour here at the State Football Centre, the first of 4 cup finals here on your Saturday afternoon. Perth Soccer Club 1, Floreat Athena 2. Jack Sparks and Gianluca Paiano with the goals. For Floreat, Oliver Carr with a temporary answer for Perth. After a wait to get a football over to the corner taker, and the delivery will come in. Oh, it took an awkward bobble, and then McNellis was in the right place at the right time to equalise once again for Perth. It wasn't the prettiest delivery, but Perth certainly won't care. They level for a second time this afternoon through Jamie McNellis, and it's Perth 2, Floreat 2. So Jamie McNellis's first goal in the Cup this season for Perth. And we've got 4 goals shared, 2 apiece in this first 45. An overcast and windy day at the State Football Centre. Floreat will look to reply once again though. Sparks into the area from Maraudo's pass. Did he keep it in play? Didn't matter anyway as the cross went into the side netting. This has been a very entertaining game so far, end-to-end action. Both teams looking to play out from the back, take a few chances, and also seen a little bit of defending, which perhaps hasn't been quite up to scratch either, but sometimes is a case in finals when nerves can set in a little bit. Pangalainen's pass was picked off by McKee. Medika was trying to make a nuisance of himself. The shouts for handball was spotted by James Knowlson, and he agreed that it would be a Floreat free kick. Stonehouse has been the taker of set pieces so far. This is quite some distance out. So Stonehouse dinking into the penalty area. Pangalainen with a partial header away. McNellis left it for his teammate Alex Stevenson, who tried to maraud forward from defence. Eventually Perth should be able to get the ball back. Ricky Pero, well, wouldn't quite stay in play. Payano. That's Gianluca for Xavier Medika. McKee for Payano again. Stonehouse. McKee. Cross into the box. Header away from Stevenson. Seems as though every time Perth equalise that Floreat are suddenly sent into action a little bit. Pangalainen for Sacco. Ball over the top from Massimo Payano. Floreat able to tidy up at the back. Vora. A 1-2 with Maraudo. Gianluca Payano turned into trouble. Now Abdul Sacco will try to spring Perth forward on the break. They've got plenty of numbers forward here. If they can use it well, eventually Floreat are able to get back into their shape. Perth keep it though as Reddy looks across for Echeverria. Massimo Payano lost the ball. Floreat will come the other way as Medica finds Stonehouse. Good football once again from Athena. Medica, little pass, is looking for the run of Aidan McKee. Beautifully weighted ball forward, which McKee got on the end of, but the offside flag was up. McKee trying to thread the eye of a needle for Sparks. It nearly ran through to him. Hocking had to slide in desperately to lift into touch. So we're inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. Still plenty of time for either team to create a chance to lead at the interval. Floreat on the front foot for now. It's McKee who tries his luck from distance. It was a comfortable enough save for Hocking, who just had to take a couple of steps to his left and stick up 2 mitts. Long ball forward from Stevenson. Too far ahead of McNellis. So after this game today, we've got the Perth Glory under-20s against Armidale's under-20s. That one's a 1:15 p.m. kick-off Western Standard Time. Then we've got the Women's State Cup final between Hyundai NTC and Murdoch University Melville at 3:45, and then, as mentioned a little earlier on, it'll be Inglewood versus Floreat at 6:30. Of course, plenty of time throughout the day to get yourself out to Queen's Park off Welshpool Road. visit this brand new arena. Carr couldn't bring Pangalainen's pass forward under control. Majit for Vora. McNellis almost got there. Turning away was Nadkarni. Referee waited to see whether any advantage was forthcoming. Sparks, little clip over the top for Moraldo. Reddy's got a little bit of work to do in the corner. He was somehow able to keep it in play. Clearance up the line was straight to Vora though. Payano. Nadkarni. Invited Barker to get forward. Patience for Floreat until they play the killer pass and ball goes behind for a goal kick. So looks as though we're going to have 1 more minute of additional time in this first half. Just been given that indication by the 4th official, so time very much ticking down in this first period. Been an enterprising half from both teams. Sacco coming more centrally to try and get involved in the play. Massimo Payano. Still time for either team in this first half. Minute does go up now from our 4th official, so in the final 60 seconds of the half, Moraldo let it bounce and it's almost surprised him, and as a result it gifts the ball back to Perth. 1 more chance perhaps for them. Sacco did well to roll his marker. Trying to dribble past a couple of players. Ball will work its way back to Majid. Cushion layoff from Echeverria. Now Recupero. Recupero's cross into the box. Majid was under it. Good piece of authoritative goalkeeping. Maybe still a little bit of time left for Floreat, but Reddy makes sure there'll be no further action in this first half, and it's been a lively affair so far here at the State Football Centre in the first of our 4 State Cup finals today. In the under-18s, it's Perth 2, Floreat 2. Floreat taking the lead twice through Jack Sparks and Gianluca Payano, both beautifully constructed goals throughout that first half, but Perth were able to peg them back on a couple of occasions. The first was something out of nothing when Oliver Carr scored from close range, and then from a set piece the ball broke to Jamie McNellis, who made no mistake, and there was a little deflection on its way through to the back of the net. So a lively first half, and hopefully we see more in this second period. Half-time here at the State Football Centre. It's Perth Soccer Club 2, Floreat Athena 2. Welcome back to the State Football Centre for the second half of this Under-18 State Cup final. Currently locked at Perth Soccer Club 2, Floreat Athena 2, and Floreat are going to make a half-time substitution. It's Joseph Moraldo who departs. Coming into the game is number 63, Phoenix Borg. Perth are unchanged from the team which started the game today. It's Floreat who get us underway this time around. Exciting first half, which was a little chaotic defensively at times, but certainly makes it a little bit more exciting for the neutral. Floreat, who have taken the lead twice, are looking to try and get on the front foot again. It's Aidan McKee. Sliding challenge was made by Mucciaroni. And then curling strike from Stonehouse, and it sent Hocking scrambling across his line, and he got two palms to it, and Floreat get an early corner at the start of this second half. Jack Sparks' goal cancelled out by Oliver Carr, and then Gianluca Payano put Floreat back in front, only for Jamie McNellis to make it 2-2. Stonehouse will be the taker of the corner. Barker was trying to help it on, slash hook towards goal. Borg then couldn't meet it, and Perth will try and counter in the opposite direction. Echeverria for Carr, well defended there by Vora. Good composure there from Nadkarni. Now Stonehouse. Worked all the way to Aidan McKee. Medika got past one, then two. Couldn't get past the third. McKee will let that one run. And he was hoping it was going to be a Floreat ball, but the team of referees signalled the opposite direction. Nadkarni. Barker for Stonehouse. For Nadkarni. Sparks linking up with Vora. Floreat having a good little stint in possession here. Kyson Barker again. A little bit of space wide left for Aidan McKee. McKee, jinking run, trying to work an opening on the edge of the box. He's still going McKee. The Perth body swarmed around him. And now the space is here on this near side for Jonathan Riccipiero, and he'll try to get on the end of it, but Barker sent that one over the sideline. Riccipiero tried to lift it over his opponent, went back and got it. Cross was dug out. Majet should be able to keep it in play and does. Stefan Bayamonte across for Gianluca Payano. Sparks making the midfield run. This is lovely football once again from Floreat. Sparks, though, couldn't pick out the continuing run of Borg. Alex Stevenson then with a marauding run forward from defence, and his progress was applauded by the crowd on the far side, but he didn't get the throw-in decision his way. Looked as though he was clipped by Monte there, but the referee was happy to wave that one away despite protests from the Perth bench. It certainly looked as though there was a little bit of contact there on the Floreat, on the Perth attacker rather. Madika. Stonehouse took on the strike first time! What a goal that is from Harry Stonehouse! Whipped brilliantly into the top corner. And Floreat lead for a third time this afternoon. It's 3-2 to Athena. So Perth 2, Floreat 3, and the pick of the goals scored there by Harry Stonehouse. His first in the State Cup this season, and what a time to do it. Now, can Floreat keep this lead? That's the key question. Every time they have got in front, they have let Perth back into the game pretty quickly. Carr trying to skip past a couple of challenges. Sacco was there in support. Player wide here is Mukaroni. Sacco, space opened up. Thought better of it. Perth opt to keep the ball. Mukaroni again. Floreat had the numbers in that contest, and they're able to get it across for Bayamonte. Nudged forward by Sparks for Payano. That's Gianluca. Payano in the Floreat team, Payano in the Perth team as well. If you are late to joining us in this second half, here on the Football West Facebook page and on streamer.com.au. No changes at half-time for Perth. The one for Floreat was Joseph Moraldo coming off and Phoenix Borg coming on. That's a lovely pass for McNellis, who's most definitely onside now. He's got to wait for a little bit of support to arrive in a Azuri blue shirt. Ready for Sacco. Space opened up in front of him. It's Abdul Sacco. Played across. It was just in front of Payano, but Sacco went to win it back. Got the better of Stonehouse. Still going Sacco. Nearly broke for Carr. And then Ricky Pero. Majek couldn't keep it out. And Perth have equalised once again. Once again, they're able to fight back. And remarkably, it's Perth Soccer Club 3, Floreat Athena 3. So Perth 3, Floreat 3, Athena. 3 times they've taken the lead. The Azzurri have pegged them back on each occasion. And I'm sure that's not going to be Jonathan Ricupero's finest ever goal, but could certainly be his most important. Floreat looking to respond once again. It's Aidan McKee. Lovely mazy dribble. The pullback was just behind Sparks. And able to clear that one away is ready. And Perth come forward again. McNellis got past one, didn't get past the second. The foul was against Payano. Referee has his notebook out, and as a result, Perth aren't able to take that one quickly. Recupero giving chase again. Good defending there on that occasion from McKee. Stonehouse took a chance. Had it pickpocketed by Carr, but the striker had committed a handball. Oh, miscue there from Stevenson. Floreat are in here. The strike from Medika took a deflection, and as a result, the sting out of the effort. Perth were nearly a victim of their own defending there. Medika has gone to ground. Not sure if he just pulled something there when taking on that shot, but he was pretty keen to hit the deck. A little bit of cramp perhaps, but hopefully nothing too serious. I certainly don't want to see any players come off the ground injured on an occasion like this. So Medica will come off the ground, and Floreat did have a substitute prepared, but they'll temporarily play with 10 for now and give Medica every possible chance to get himself right. He's just been stretched out by the Floreat physio beneath us off his screen at the moment. Play resumes anyway in the meantime. Can Perth potentially capitalise on having this extra player? McNellis. Sacco. Mucciaroni in space. Abdul Sacco again. Massimo Payano. McNellis opted to leave it. Floreat were able to pinch it back. Medica's just been waved back onto the field. Both teams restored to their full complement of 11. McKee, Nadkani, Bayamonte, Barker. Perth with the press on this occasion. Ricky Pero almost pinched it. It broke nicely for Payano. Now Nicholas Echeverria for Oliver Carr. Just got the ball stuck under his feet. Floreat had numbers. Then the clearance was poor and Ricky Pero was able to pinch it for Perth. Driving into the area, taking on the strike, a flashing effort across goal. And Majid didn't get a touch on that, and behind it went for a goal kick. Potentially saw his name in lights there, did Jonathan Ricky Pero. Maybe from that tighter angle, the pullback would have been a better idea. We'll have to go back to have a look at whether there was a teammate who was on or not. Reverse pass here, Medica. He stayed onside. He's into the area and he's pulling across goal and wide of the post. Assistance flag over on the far side stayed down. Medica seemingly timing that run to perfection, but the shot came off the instep and ultimately bobbled wide of the post. And now that substitution will be made that we mentioned before. I did say that Floreat had prepared a change. Medica went back out there and tried to continue, but made the signal to the bench that he wasn't quite right, and as a result we're going to see Lucas Veloso enter the field. Veloso was a scorer in the last 16 win against Curtin University, where Floreat scored twice in the first 12 minutes to get over the line. Ricky Pero, little tickle inside for Sacco. Couldn't outfox Barker. Massimo Payano. Ball is worked all the way back to Sam Hocking. Ball sent forward, looking for the run of Carr into the channel. Goalkeeper came off his line, didn't get there. Carr's lob over the top. Wasn't going to trouble the target. McKee was trying to clear under the pressure from Ricky Pero, and the winger's pressure was terrific because he was able to win his team a free kick It's just those little 1%ers for Perth which got them into this position where they are level at 3-all in the game. Marley Reddy is the taker of the free kick. Reddy's ball in, it's a deep delivery. Leaping at the back post was McNellis. The effort was on target, but it didn't have the power to test Majid, who's looked forward with the long clearance. Ball races away from Stonehouse, and Perth will get it back. Decent little spell this for Perth. Nadkani. Payano. Phoenix Borg. Got the better of Reddy. Pulling back. Bodies hit the floor. Referee lets it continue. Now Sacco for Echeverria. Sparks fought really hard, and in the end the weight of numbers told in Perth's favour. Oliver Carr. McKee slid in. Ricky Pero. Ricky Pero still going into the area. 2 second-half goals for Jonathan Ricky Pero. And Perth lead for the first time this afternoon by 4 goals to 3. And it's a potentially match-winning contribution from the Azuris, number 15. Floreat's defence all at sea, and Perth lead 4-3. So Ricky Pero has been the main man in this second half. 2 goals which have put Perth in front for the first time today. And now it's suddenly Floreat who have the chasing to do and a response to find. Ricky Pero there just taking it all on himself. And Floreat's defence just seemingly parted and let Ricky Pero have it all his own way, and a forward certainly wasn't going to miss out on the opportunity to score his second goal of the game. McNellis, little clip forward. Majid was reading the play on that occasion. Nadkani, Stonehouse, scored earlier in this half to put Floreat 3-2 up, remember. Seems like such a long time ago now, given the amount of opportunities we've seen for both teams in this second period. Let's not forget Xavier Medika had a really good chance to put Floreat 4-3 up just before Ricky Pero made it 4-3. Nadkarni gets it moving quickly. Barker. Stonehouse. Ball was deemed to have stayed in play. Perth got it back in any case. Carr used his body. Now can he get past Vora? One-on-one here. Oliver Carr. Floreat numbers streaming back, and they did well to diffuse the danger. Meanwhile, Veloso will try to make something good of this clearance forward. Sloppy work from Hocking in the Perth goal, and then the sliding challenge was a clean one, and Perth get away with one at the back there. Switch of the play there, headed away by McKee, and Perth will get the throw. So we're into the final 20 minutes of this exciting and at times frantic under-18s State Cup final. Ricky Piro's cross, McNellis. Ball might break to him in the penalty area. He took the strike on! It took a deflection, and it took a great save by Majid to turn it around the post. And prevent a Perth fifth. Always difficult for the goalkeepers when the ball spins unpredictably like that, and Majid with a terrific save to keep his team in the game. Perth are smelling blood a little bit here. They've firmly believing that they've got it on their terms at the moment, and are looking to maybe put this one out of Athena's reach. As Reddy's left-footed delivery comes in, it's a teasing ball into that 6-yard box. Stonehouse will get to the ball first for Floreat. The clearance took a little nick off Marley Reddy, and Floreat will get it back. So 4-3 to Perth. Tommy Dolman with you today, streamer.com.au. We're also on the Football West Facebook page as well. The first of our 4 State Cup finals today. Glory and Armidale in the 20s. Hyundai NTC and Mum FC in the women's. And then Inglewood versus Floreat in the men's. A feast of football for your Saturday afternoon here in the West at the State Football Centre. The first games to be played at this venue. And a terrific facility as well. The crowd has slowly built throughout the day so far. I expected it would get bigger as the afternoon wears on. Veloso sprays that one wide for the substitute Phoenix Borg. Veloso continued his run, just the one to aim for in the area at the moment. That was Sparks, and the cross didn't beat the first man. McNellis. Sacco was there to help. Perth have numbers forward here on the counter. Sacco still going. Ricky Piro's to his right. It's Jonathan Ricky Piro. Pass just sends him slightly wide. Mucharoni's then there in support. The cross comes in. Cast header, looping off the bar. And away to safety. And Floreat survive a scare again. Mucharoni's ball in once more. Bayamonte with the clearance this time. Floreat a little bit under the pump at the moment. Nadkarni for Phoenix Borg. Veloso. Barker. Aidan McKee. Touch took him a little bit wide. He still managed to dig out the cross. Clearance was only as far as Stonehouse. Sliced off the outside of the boots and behind for a Perth goal kick. And Floreat are going to turn to the bench for the third time this afternoon. Perth are also going to make a change, actually. So Floreat are going to bring on Trey Gonzalez for Stefan Bayamonte. And having scored the 2 goals in this second half to put Perth 4-3 up, Jonathan Ricupero will depart, with Kayan Lim coming on in his place for the final quarter of an hour. McNellis. Stonehouse had a handful of his shirt. Perth will get the free kick. Ball sent forward by Marley Reddy. Oliver Carr, a willing chaser. Can he keep it in play? He does. All on his own is Lim in the box. And Majid with another super save. All Lim had to do was put it on target from there, surely, but he took too much time, and that allowed Majid to come out and spread himself as big and as wide as possible. And Perth really should have put this game to bed by now. 3 terrific opportunities in this second half to go 2 goals clear. In comes the subsequent corner. Majid lost it in the air. Oh, it was headed off the line, I think, by Veloso. And it's forced in by Perth and Nicholas Echeverria. Well, they've certainly had their chances in this second half, Perth. But finally, they find a 5th goal, and they possibly have an unassailable lead now. 5-3 in this Under-18 State Cup final, and the Azzurri are on course to be lifting the cup in around 13 minutes' time. So Perth, having trailed 3 times in the game, are now 2 goals in front. And it's well and truly on their terms now. And Basil Lenzo's team inch closer and closer to the Azzurri lifting Under-18 State Cup number 9. As Lim's cross takes a deflection. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. The substitute should have scored moments before Majid made that save. A tough one for the goalkeeper there. The swirling breeze maybe just caught him off guard from the set piece, and as a result, Perth had a couple of bites at the cherry. I think Veloso was back there clearing off the line, but in the end, Echeverria had the simple task of putting in. Perth will get the corner again. Reddy's ball in, another teasing delivery. Leaping once more was Echeverria, off the bar again. And Perth were oh so close to a 6th. Nearly a sense of deja vu for Nicholas Echeverria. Here he is again, the scorer of the 5th goal. A little bit of afters in the corner there after challenge, and might be Echeverria over on the far side who's picked up a yellow card. It is. And I think a second one was shown to McNellis as well. Maybe for kicking the ball away or something which was said. There's definitely 2 yellow cards which were brandished in pretty quick time by James Knowlson. McNellis. Echeverria. Can hear the wind once again. Borg got past Reddy. Still persisting is Phoenix Borg. Cross came in from Stonehouse, up in the air from Pangalainen. Stonehouse is cross into the box. Oh, bouncing ball. Ran through to McKee, who drove, shouts for handball, nothing doing, and then Barker's left-footed swipe went wide of the mark. And that might have been one of the last moments that Floreat conjure up to try and get themselves back into this game. They're facing a 2-goal deficit now, remember. Physio waved on to tend to Jamie McNellis over on the far side. Floreat, despite seemingly being en route to a defeat today, still do have something to play for at the end of this campaign. There in the top 4 cup next weekend against Bayswater City at Kingsway Reserve. 11 AM kickoff there. And that one's an elimination final, so another do or die game in quick succession for Athena. Perth, of course, finished 5th, so didn't qualify, so this is looking like a good way for them to end their campaign. Can hear the instruction from Basil Lenzo down on the Perth dugout. Keep. It's the order of the day now, unless, of course, space opens up for another one. Sacco pokes through. Carr got the strike away. Carr went a little bit too early. And it's really getting to that stage for Floreat where it's all or nothing. Touch over, 5 minutes to play. Got to get one in the next couple of minutes, you'd suspect, if they are to set up a grandstand finish. Forward by Stonehouse. Phoenix Borg is the runner. Whitehouse got to the ball first. Rain starting to come down lightly as Stonehouse digs out the cross. A deep delivery. McKee. Did he keep it in play? No, he didn't. McKee's cross. Hocking was backpedaling. Good strong goalkeeping. With Sparks arriving on the scene. It's his early goal which had Athena dreaming. Be another break in play here. So, reminder that we've got 3 more games after this one to follow. Perth Glory and Armidale's under-20s go head-to-head next, followed by NCC and Mum FC in the Women's State Cup, and then Inglewood United and Floreat Athena in the big one at 6:30 p.m. 63rd edition of the Men's State Cup final. Floreat are going to turn to the bench and make very late change. Daniel Nikolovsky will get the final few minutes plus any added time. Perth are also going to make a change as well. I don't think Lucas Mucciaroni will be able to continue, and Leo Vicolo will also get some time on the pitch. McNellis was offside, just went a little bit early. We're going to have 6 minutes of added time to end this game, or a minimum of 6 minutes at least anyway, so there's still a little bit of time left for Athena, but action from their perspective has to come soon. Sacco. It's been pretty good today playing in that attacking midfield position. So just as I praised him for his performance, he picked up a yellow card for kicking the ball away, and understandably Floreat wants to get things going, but the referee had to finish writing down the Perth attackers' number. Forward by Stonehouse. Nikolovsky. Kyson Barker. Won the 50-50. Lim then sent it back. Barker nudged it on. Confirmation of an additional 6 minutes to end the second half. Gonzalez stood on the ball. Got it back from Barker. Layoff for McKee, who's been pretty good on the left today. Echeverria. Partly looking for the run of Carr, partly playing for a little bit of territory as well. Payano. Ball eventually worked all the way back to Hocking. Long ball upfield. It'll actually pick out Lim. Lim was nudged by Barker. Referee said it was fair. Payano. Was picked off by Veloso. Barker once more. Interception was a good one from Vicolo. Pass forward from Gonzalez, cleared by Pangalainen. Nikolovsky turned into trouble. Last outfield player back is Vora. Surely got to look long here and try and get it from back to front quickly. He opted to go sideways to Stonehouse. Barker. Nice interplay once again from Floreat. They were really good with that in the first half, but less so in this second period. Now Sacco's ball forward for Oliver Carr. And then the sliding challenge was perfect on the last line from Gianluca Payano. And we've got a couple of Perth players down at both ends of the pitch. Late in the piece, it was a crunching challenge from Payano there, which was completely fair on Carr, clean win of the ball. So one of the players is back to their feet. That's Pangalainen. And the other one in Carr. Still down. So Pangalainen has actually come off. And will be replaced by Raymond Sales for the final stages. And Carr will also come off to be replaced by Jamie Bilalowski. Barker, McVie, Gonzalez was fighting hard. Ball eventually worked across for Barker. Now McVie, little reverse pass. Barker continued his run. Echeverria put into touch. We've played the 6 minutes of added time, but did have a couple of Perth players down, so we'll get a little bit more action. This game well and truly done though now. Bilalowski looking to give himself a moment in the final, but he ran into trouble. Stonehouse's ball in. Stevenson's clearance. Offside flag was up against Gonzalez. And that might just about do us for the first of our 4 games today. Reddy's ball forward. Lim with the win in the air. Bilalowski got through a crowd of Floreat defenders. Shot was charged down. Under 18 State Cup number 9 locked and loaded for Perth Soccer Club. They win the first of our 4 State Cup finals here at the State Football Centre after a fast and furious start to Cup final day. Three times they came from behind in a frenetic first half and early in the second half as well. But 2 second half goals meant they were able to get a 2-goal cushion on Athena and end their season on a high. Jack Sparks had put Floreat into an early lead before Oliver Carr's opportunistic finish pulled it back to 1 apiece. Gianluca Payano's effort hit both posts and went in for 2-1 Floreat, only for Jamie McNellis to make it 2-2 after a set piece fell his way. Harry Stonehouse's goal then made it 3-2, an absolute wonder strike into the top corner, but once again Perth pegged them back with Jonathan Ricciapiro making it 3-3. He turned out to be the decisive player of the second half with 2 goals to turn the game in the Azzurri's favour. He made it 4-3 to the Azzurri. And then a late 5th was scored when Nicholas Echeverria bundled in a corner despite the best efforts of Hoodmajit, who made 2 or 3 sensational saves to keep his team in the game. So Perth are victorious in the under-18s State Cup final in 20 23. The players come to the sideline, they shake hands with their opponents. And all that remains shortly is for the presentations to begin and the handing over of the cup to take place. So we'll cross down to Sean Fry, who will be presenting the post-match awards ceremony. And we'll be back shortly for the under-20s game between Perth Glory and Armidale Soccer Club. But for now, it's full time in the under-18 State Cup final. Perth Soccer Club 5, Floreat Athena 3.
We'll begin with our match officials, starting with on-field referee James Nelson, first assistant Alex Wright, second assistant Darius Ingray, and fourth assistant Alex Smith. Just a reminder that we do not have a game at all without our officials, so please bring them together for today's officiating. We'll now move on to our medal presentation to the team, starting with our runners-up, Floreat Athena. And select Floreat, starting with number 42, Good Not Yet. Number 44, Manuel Bora. Number 45, Martin Barker. Number 46, Akshay Maslani. Number 47, Harry Strongard. Number 48, Joseph Leonardo. Number 49, Lucas Pinero-Valento. Number 50, Stephen Baimonte. Number 51, Aidan Bateen. Number 52, Jack Sparks. Number 55, Daniel Nigolowski. Number 56, Trey Goncard. Number 59, Gianluca Maiano. Number 62, Jack Eaton. Number 63, Phoenix Ball. Number 66, Xavier Nisha. The Floreat coaching staff also please come forward and collect their medals. Number 5, Alexander Stevenson. Number 6, Lucas Lucione. Number 7, Massimo Mayano. Number 8, Nicholas Echeverria. Number 9, James Mann. Number 10, Ruben Sales. Number 11, Jamie Delawowski. Number 12, Kaya Bing. Number 13, Leonardo DiPoli. Number 14, Julian Marnard.
Yeah, I know, tell me about it. I hope it's not going to rain later.